Today we're going to learn how to divide a polynomial by a monomial. And in order to be able to do this, we need to remind ourselves on how the quotient rule for exponents work. Or the quotient rule for exponents is this. Let's say we have x to the power of a over x to the power of b. Well, that equals x to the power of a minus b, or that equals 1 over x to the power of b minus a, okay? So either one of these work, and we're going to be utilizing this property when dividing a polynomial by a monomial. Let's take a look at our first example. Here we have 4r to the 11th plus 3r to the 10th plus 2r to the 9th. Oops, 2r to the 9th all over 6. We're going to start dealing with coefficients first, and then we'll build in those variables in a minute. This is actually a very simple process. All we have to do is split fraction at the addition or subtraction symbols. Okay, that's all we're doing. Step 1, splitting the fraction at the addition or subtraction symbols. In this case, we're going to have 4r to the 11th over 6 plus 3r to the 10th over 6 plus 2r to the 9th over 6. At this point, all we need to do is simplify. Okay, simplify, that's it. 4 over 6, that reduces down to 2/3. So this is 2/3 r to the 11th plus 3 over 6 is 1/2. So we can do r to the 10th over 2, and r to 2 over 6 is 1/3 plus r to the 9th over 3. Pretty simple. Now, so that's our first example. Let's take a look at a second one. This time we're going to have some variables. Here we have 4v cubed plus 4v squared plus 3v all over 8v squared. Okay. Now for this example, we're going to split it up just like we did with this first one, where our denominator remains the same for all three. Okay. So this becomes 4v cubed over 8v squared plus 4v squared over 8v squared plus 3v over 8v squared. Now from here, we are just simplifying using the exponent law, the quotient rule here. Okay. We know 4 over 8, that's going to reduce to 1/2. Okay. And then v cubed over v squared, we have a larger exponent up here, so it's going to be 3 minus 2. This is 1/2 v to the first, or just 1/2 v. Plus, we have that 1/2 again. V squared over v squared. Okay, if we subtract that, that's v to the 0. We don't anything anything to the power of 0 is just 1. We can also think of this as the v squareds cancel out. And what we're left with is just 1/2. Plus, now 3 over 8, that does not reduce. So we're going to keep that out. Wrote in 3 over 8. And in this case, we have a larger exponent in the denominator. So this is going to be 2 minus 1 from the bottom. So this is 3 over 8b. Okay. It's really critical to remember our quotient rule here. And I'll show you a little alternative on how we can deal with this one. We could have also used kind of our negative law. We could have thought of this as 3v to the negative first over 8. That still ends up simplifying to 3v 3 over 8b rather. Okay, I'll get you started on this one, but I want you to finish it. Okay. Here we have 32b cubed plus 3b squared plus 2b. I'm going to write this as divided by 8b cubed. Okay. The process of this does not change anything. Okay. We're still going to write it out just like we did here. But now everything inside the parentheses is going to be over 8b cubed. So 32b cubed over 8b cubed plus 3b squared over 8b cubed plus 2b over 8b cubed. Okay. So we have this set up. Make sure we're taking into account our coefficients, simplifying that fraction, and take into account our quotient rule, or if the bottom exponent is larger than the top exponent, we can subtract from bottom to top. Okay, go ahead and work out this one. Okay, so we should have gotten 4 plus 3 over 8b plus 1 over 4b squared. I want you to try this last one on your own. Here we have x to the 5th minus 20x to the 4th plus 2x cubed divided by 10x cubed.